Imagine you're stuck in a traffic. The light turns amber, your signal to get ready. You hover your foot over the accelerator, your heart racing, waiting for the green. The seconds tick down, 10, 9, 8, 7, but nothing happens. You wait and then you wait some more. The light does not turn green. And so you lean back, grab a burger, turn up Coldplay, you lose track of time. When you look around, the cars are gone, the road is empty. You were waiting for the green light, but it never came. That's life. Most people sit at the intersection of their dreams waiting for the sign. But here's the truth. The universe is not stopping you. You are. The light was never meant to go green. You have to move first. How long have you been waiting? A week? A year? Maybe your whole life? And even a more pressing question. What if the very thing that you're waiting for is actually waiting on you? I know this feeling all too well. For years, I was preparing for an exam, telling myself that this was my purpose, my only path. Every time I failed, I convinced myself, maybe next time things will work out. But when that chapter closed finally, I fell into another trap, believing that life would just sort itself out, that a job would find me, that I didn't have to make the first move. I applied for jobs I wasn't even interested in, and of course I didn't get them. But instead of taking some real action, I told myself a story. All doors are closed, the universe is working against me. And here's the truth, I didn't want to admit that I was not knocking on any doors. The moment I stopped waiting, that's when everything started to shift. Not in some dramatic way, but in subtle nudges, small signs, little breadcrumbs. The universe was not stopping me, it was just waiting for me to make the first move. And truth be told, when I was in the moment, I didn't realize that I was stuck. I thought I was being patient. You see, I told myself that I was doing the right thing, waiting for the right opportunity, the right timing, the right moment. But looking back, I was not being patient, I was trapped. Much less by my circumstances, but more so by my own mind. And if I had to describe it visually, it would look like 8 of Swords in a tarot card. A woman standing in the middle of an open path, blindfolded, tied up, surrounded by swords. At first glance, she looks completely helpless. But if you look closer, you'll realize something. She is not actually trapped. The swords are not forming a real cage. They are just around her. The path ahead, that's clear. She could move, she could free herself. But she doesn't because she believes she's stuck. And that's exactly what happened to me into my waiting mode. We convince ourselves that we are trapped when in reality we are just standing still. And it happens in 3 specific ways. 3 mental loops that keep people stuck for years and sometimes their entire lives. And the first one I call as the Netflix and the numb syndrome. I haven't binge watched that many shows in my whole life as I did in the 2 years I was stuck. Every time I failed, every time I felt lost, I'd just press play. One episode turned into another, days blurred into weeks. I told myself, I'm just resting. I deserve a break. I'll figure things out. But the truth was, I was not resting. I was not recharging. I was distracting myself. And the thing about distractions is, they look harmless. They look like just one more episode, maybe 5 more minutes of scrolling, just one more nap because today is not the day to deal with life. But one day turns into another and another, and suddenly you don't even know how much time has passed. Like the woman in the 8 of Swords, we tie our own blindfold. We choose not to see the reality of our situation. And then there is the what if spiral. Even when I wanted to act, I kept asking myself, what if I fail? What if I make the wrong choice? What if I regret it? I already had so many past failures tagging along with me, so I felt safer to do nothing than to take another step and risk failing again. But here's the truth, what if is an endless spiral. Just like any other negative thought, the more you entertain them, the more they multiply. They dance around your mind louder and louder until you convince yourself that waiting is the right thing to do. And lastly, there is the just one more trap. So I always told myself, I just need one more thing, one more pound to lose to look good, one more piece of knowledge to feel accomplished. Maybe I'll save money and get the best equipment and then I'll start shooting. And on it went. The reality was, I was spinning excuses. I feared trying and facing reality. So I kept moving the goalpost. I wanted perfect conditions, perfect plan, perfect assurance that I would not fail. But I'll tell you this, readiness is an illusion. You won't ever be ready. And just like that woman in the 8 of Swords, I believed I needed something external to come and free me. But the truth is, power was always mine. I had to just take that first step. And that's the danger of these 3 traps. They don't look like danger. They look like rest, wisdom, and even preparation. But they're not. And here's the truth no one tells you. Awareness is not enough. You can't think your way out of a trap you behave your way into. You have to move. So what actually works? What happens when you finally take the first step, especially when you don't feel ready? That's exactly what I'm breaking down in the next video, because one move can shift your energy, unlock synchronicity, and change everything.